The sun beat down on the plains of Zama, casting long shadows over the arid landscape. It was 202 BC, a year that would be etched into the annals of history. This wasn't just another battle, it was a decisive moment that would shape the future of empires. The fate of Rome hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of a sword. For years, the Carthaginian general Hannibal had haunted Rome, his name synonymous with fear and destruction. His victories, like the devastating defeat at Cannae, had brought Rome to its knees, shaking the very foundations of the Republic. Now, Rome had a chance for revenge, a chance to reclaim its honor and secure its future. Leading the Roman army was a young and brilliant general, Scipio Africanus, whose strategies had already begun to turn the tide. He was bold, ambitious, and determined to break Hannibal's hold on Rome, no matter the cost. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a battle that would echo through the ages. The Roman soldiers were veterans, hardened by years of relentless war against Hannibal. They carried heavy javelins, short swords, and large shields, ready for the fight of their lives. The fate of their city, their families, and their future rested on their shoulders as they prepared to face their greatest enemy. Hannibal Barca was a name that struck fear into the hearts of Rome. A master tactician, he had outwitted and outmaneuvered Roman armies for decades. Scipio, though younger, was no less brilliant. He had studied Hannibal's tactics and learned from his victories. Scipio understood the importance of adaptability and surprise. Both commanders knew the stakes. Victory meant survival, defeat meant oblivion. The tension was palpable as the two armies prepared to clash. The roar of the approaching Carthaginian army echoed across the plains. The ground trembled beneath the weight of charging elephants. Hannibal, ever the innovator, placed his fearsome war elephants at the front of his army. These massive beasts were intended to be the spearhead of his assault, a terrifying sight meant to break the morale of the Roman soldiers. He hoped to shatter Roman lines with their charge, creating chaos and confusion among the ranks. Behind them, he arrayed his veteran infantry, seasoned warriors who had seen countless battles, and in reserve, his cavalry, ready to exploit any breaches. Scipio, however, countered with a clever formation, anticipating Hannibal's tactics. He spread his infantry wide to allow the elephants to pass through gaps, minimizing their impact. Roman javelin throwers peppered the elephants with a relentless barrage, driving them back into Hannibal's own ranks, causing disarray. The Roman cavalry, superior in numbers and better coordinated, routed their Carthaginian counterparts, gaining control of the battlefield. This left Hannibal's flanks exposed, a critical vulnerability in the heat of battle. The battle raged on, a chaotic whirlwind of steel and fury, with neither side willing to give an inch. Roman legions fought with disciplined ferocity, their training and organization giving them an edge. They pressed their advantage, slowly grinding down the Carthaginian forces inch by inch. The tide of the battle was turning, with Roman forces gaining the upper hand, pushing Hannibal's troops to the brink of defeat. Section 4, The Final Trumpet, Defeat for Carthage, Victory for Rome. Despite the chaos caused by the elephants, Scipio's plan worked. His legions held firm, their discipline unshaken. The Carthaginian attack faltered. Scipio sensed his opportunity. He ordered a general advance. Roman soldiers surged forward, their shouts of Roma Invicta echoing across the battlefield. Hannibal's army, once invincible, crumbled under the relentless Roman assault. They fled the field, leaving behind thousands of dead and wounded. Hannibal himself barely escaped capture. Rome had triumphed. The Second Punic War, after 17 long years, was finally over. Section 5, Rome's Ascent, The Legacy of Zama. Zama was more than a victory, it was a turning point in Roman history. The Battle of Zama, fought in 202 BC, was the decisive confrontation that ended the Second Punic War. It shattered Carthage's power forever, establishing Rome as the dominant force in the Western Mediterranean. The once mighty Carthaginian Empire was reduced to a shadow of its former self. The victory paved the way for Rome's expansion into a vast empire. This triumph allowed Rome to extend its influence far beyond the Italian peninsula, reaching into Africa, Spain, and beyond. It also marked the emergence of Scipio Africanus as Rome's greatest general since Alexander the Great. His strategic brilliance and leadership were instrumental in securing this monumental victory. But Zama also held a darker lesson. The aftermath of the battle revealed the devastating human cost of such conflicts. It showed the brutal cost of victory and the ruthlessness that would characterize Rome's rise to power. The tactics employed were ruthless, reflecting the harsh realities of ancient warfare. The echoes of Zama resonated through the centuries, a stark reminder of the day Rome secured its destiny as master of the Mediterranean world. This battle was not just a military triumph, but a defining moment that shaped the future of Western civilization.